Nothing's working today,
Nothing is
and
working
I'm
today.
I'm pissed off. So
Well-
that's how we're gonna start this show.
Welcome to Endorian Guitar Works Backstage, which is a guided look to life experiences. I was waiting for that to pop. And the ways and means of the guitarist journey. I am Brian.
And I'm pissed. I'm
Nice
Matt.
to meet you, pissed.
Yeah, right. Sometimes shit doesn't work. This is actually
We're
take
having a
three.
night.
Take three. Take one. Okay. Let's get back to it. So we were going to have Rented Mule on here
Yeah,
tonight.
they're a fantastic local Olympia band.
And we were setting up our pregame checklist, and quite frankly, their tech died. And we said, no big deal, because shit happens, and sometimes you just gotta do delay of game and
Yeah.
come back at it later.
When you party naked.
So Brian and I decided we're still going to go on. We're going to talk about the week, and we'll push Rented Mule out. Great. And then our tech died.
I was halfway through a spiel.
Yeah, I was letting
what I
him
was
talk
going
through
through.
this as I noticed that it wasn't actually working. So
Yeah. So anyway,
here we
welcome.
are,
We're probably gonna have a short,
actually on the air.
show tonight, just due to all the tech issues and whatnot, and
Yeah.
kind of feeling out of sorts. Would have been a great show with Rented Mule and come back. We're gonna have them back on here probably within the month.
It's probably going to be after the turkey day, the day of the turkey,
Yeah.
the day of the dead turkey. Yeah.
But yeah, if you have something you want to talk about, drop something in the chat. Last couple of weeks have been kind of exciting for me.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Yeah.
My brother and I went down to see The Who in Portland, so it's kind of like
Who?
a bucket list item. Yeah, exactly. It was really cool, and it was, exactly, Pete Townsend with the windmill. Like I was trying to say earlier which wasn't being
on the
streamed
second
out.
take.
It was like there was all these, everything was like synergistic, like everything lined up.
You couldn't just say everything lined up. You had to say
No.
synergistic.
Yeah, well, like synergy.
You're being a
blocking it.
synergistic.
Whatever. Anyway, everything was lining up. Like I picked up my brother right on time. We hit no traffic. We got into Portland. Got parking right away. Found a killer restaurant right next to the Moda Center. Walked in, and I guess the crowd had already dispersed by then. So we had got all our stuff real fast. We walked into the entrance directly across the walkway from the restaurant that we were in. And turned out that the tunnel to our seats was right next to that entrance. And also right next to the beer. So everything was perfect. It was just lining up. We walked in about halfway through the opener's set. The opener was the Dirty Knobs, which is the guitar player from the Heartbreakers.
Okay.
Sounds a lot like Tom Petty. Not quite as good vocally, but dude could rip guitar. And I guess it was Tom Petty's birthday that day too, which is kind of cool. So he did a couple Tom Petty tunes and dedicated them to him. And then the Who came out. And I gotta say, man, Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey, they still have it, man.
Still got it,
They
huh?
still got it. They came out, actually, Pete Townsend's brother was playing rhythm guitar with them.
Oh shit.
I forget who the name of the guy that was playing bass. Ringo Starr's son was drumming,
Okay.
and then they had a orchestra behind them.
Damn.
It was full on, and they played for 2.5 hours.
The super band.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
Bird.
It was really cool. And then this last weekend, I wanted to be able to make it down. Wasn't able to see Rented Mule and Dead Hollows on Friday, but Saturday I made it out downtown Olympia and saw 12:30 Dreamtime, which is our buddy Tony.
Yeah.
One of his older bands. They've reunited and they're starting to kind of play some shows out. And then bopped over from that show to another show to see Low Wires play, and they were all Halloweened out. It was funny. Tim from Low Wires
Right.
was dressed as John Entwistle of The Who. May he rest in peace. But yeah, we had a great time. it was awesome.
I'm jealous. Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, you gotta count your blessings. This weekend, I went to a really fun fall festival where we watched kids trick or treat.
Nice.
And then we went to a trunk or treat the next day. And then we went trick or treating the next day. And I was gonna go see Rented Mule, but I just couldn't because of all the candy.
No synergy.
No. I was being a synergist dick, and yeah. So I didn't get out to see any music this weekend, which next weekend. I'll do it next weekend.
Hi,
But
Mom,
I'm glad you
by
got
the
out
way.
to represent.
My mom
She got
has
in.
got-
She
she's
got in. We put up the firewall. She got in.
Yep, she still got in.
Yeah.
So, well, but
It has been a busy week though. We did some cool
Yeah.
shit today.
Yeah, you've got some big news you've been posting up these last couple of days. Finally got some.
Yeah,
things
well, we
done.
finally moved. If you've been following on the webpage or the Instagram, the Facebook, or the TikTok, or the mouse ran up the clock and the clock ran down, and
whatever social
the
media is,
fucking social media
not
shit.
not necessarily the truth social.
Sure. Two guitars that I built with Travis Brown of Fleshworks Guitar, where they are the Endorian Guitar Works.
Fleshwork tattoo.
What'd I say?
You said Fleshwork guitar.
Well, it might as well be Fleshwork Guitars.
I guess so.
Okay. The Travis Brown Artist Series line built by Endorian Guitar Works. We've got a couple pictures. I finished them up and just installed them like they're Windows. They are installed temporarily.
It's kind of an art is installed.
Yeah, it's
right?
true.
It's
Art is installed. These are down at Fleshworks on Legion in downtown Olympia right now. There is basically, it's like a Strat build. It's a super Strat. It's a biomechanical. It's called the Smaug machine.
Smaug.
The Smaug machine. It's set up with 59 5962 Fender single coil pickups. It's done on a clear acrylic so that you can see right through to see all the magnificent art. These are all hand built and hand painted. There's somewhere between 35 and 40 hours between the painting and the building on each one of these guitars. But it's, that is basically like your traditional Strat with a very non-traditional presentation.
Yes.
Sounds killer.
Very much so.
Set up with nines because it's hanging in a place that isn't necessarily a music store, and I wanted to make it playable for anyone, right? The other one is a similar S-type guitar. It's got Gibson 490 pickups in it. It's a dual volume blend with a 3-way toggle and a zombie kill switch in it, and you can see the zombie and the brains. And
Yeah.
and what I'll tell everybody on YouTube right now, the
Blue one plays real nice.
Scotty Campbell happened to find his way down to the tattoo shop today.
All right, Scott.
And played on the blue one. And what I'll tell YouTube, just like I told people down at the shop today, is that these guitars, they come with like a 1 year. I don't really call it a warranty because I don't expect anything to go bad. But
Right.
these are just shy of living, breathing entities, right?
Right.
These have been guitars for no less than like, I don't know. They've been strung for like a week, right?
Yeah.
Things change, weather changes, humidity, temperature,
they're
blah blah, blah
wood.
blah blah blah.
Right.
And
Wood expands, contracts.
Wood expand. They're wood, metal, glue, and a few synthetic products. And the fact is that they change. And I don't ever want somebody to get the Guitar Center experience where they go and they buy a guitar and then like you're on your own. So you buy one of these guitars if you just don't want it wired that way. Like maybe you want a traditional volume and tone and you don't want a dual volume kill. Like just give it back to me. I'll set it up the way you want. First year. So that doesn't mean I'm going to rewire the guitar every month for you, right? But it does mean that if there's anything that's out of spec, you've got me as your personal guitar tech and luthier to take care of you. So these are down there at Fleshworks right now. And, at least I assume they are. Maybe they sold. I'm not sure. The blue one,
you should know.
the blue
firsthand,
one
right?
almost sold today.
Really?
Gentleman came in and picked it up and he said, I'm prepared to walk out of here today.
It wasn't Scott.
It wasn't Scott. Scott played it after this guy put it down. Instead of buying that guitar, he actually put a down payment on a custom build. So it's pretty cool.
With you.
With me.
Nice.
So it was like
One of
well,
your
that's right on.
bodies or a Fender?
Yeah, one of the traditional, one of the Rye 99 bodies. But it's going to have a Travis Brown paint job on it.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Collaboration.
very stoked about that.
Well, and where else can we see some of Travis's work?
Travis, you could see Travis's work. Well, at Fleshworks.
On
Oh,
maybe on
here.
some flesh.
Sure, on some flesh. Yeah, all
at
of
that.
this stuff.
So yeah, we know Travis's artwork.
Yeah,
because he's
go
done
check
it
out
immense.
Travis Brown or Fleshworks. I don't remember his handles, but you'll see him on Instagram. You see him on Facebook. Yeah.
For sure, and of course, check out EndorianGuitarWorks.com
.com.
for all of your guitar
Yeah.
and merchandising needs. Am I right?
So there's the sales pitch, but it's
Yeah.
been really exciting. The Aaron Crawford guitar needed to change. I'm still building Aaron Crawford guitar. We needed to sidestep. We needed to actually push it back because, I can admit when I make mistakes, and the mistake that I made was I was so excited. I was building, and I didn't think about how we're putting a Bigsby on this guitar.
Oh, right.
And the Bigsby landed right where I was sticking the tone knob.
Oh, no. So you got to do a whole nother
Yeah,
body?
it's fine, because that guitar is going to be another guitar. It's just not going to be Aaron's guitar. So Aaron's guitar is going to be done again. But this guitar, the one that was going to be Aaron's, that's got that quilted maple top, is going to be
And chambered.
freaking wild.
Yeah.
We're going to do... Think pirate map. Think
Ooh.
treasure map.
Oh.
Yeah.
X marks the spot.
X marks the spot kind of stuff.
All right. With Travis as well?
No, this is a me. This is a
all
me
you.
one. Yeah, I've got a very.
Is this going to be painted? It's going to be
It's
wood
going to
burn?
be. It's going
you
to be stained with alcohol pen, so that I can stain precisely, and then it will be lacquered over the top of that, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Nice.
Right
Well,
now.
we look forward to seeing that finished product.
Yeah.
About when do you think you'll have
It should
that
be done in
available?
November or December. I'm not selling this one. I mean, yeah, everything has a price, but the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is like I don't even have a demo guitar. Every time I build one of these, it sells.
Yeah.
And it's like
You gotta
I
keep
don't,
it
I
down.
don't, I gotta keep a demo model, so it's gonna be this one.
Well, and this one's special because
Yeah.
it's chambered as well.
It's chambered.
It's not a solid
Yeah.
body. So, I mean,
That's
it is
the
a
fir- it's-
solid.
it's a solid body.
piece of wood.
It's the
just
first-
not.
Yeah, if you check out Instagram, I took some pictures while I was building it. Basically, what we did is you trace out the template onto the piece of mahogany and you route everything out. You map it all out so that you know that everything aligns, except you forget that you're going to put a Bigsby on it, so you put things in the wrong place. But you map out where you're going to put the sound chambers and you route everything out, and then you have to do an exact transfer of the measurement to the top, and you have to put in a marking pin so that you can put the top over it, glue it, and then redo your tracings. Route out your pickups in your neck pocket, cut everything out, and do everything so that effectively you have you have hollow chambers within a solid. So the back is mahogany, top is quilted maple. It's gonna be rad.
It sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing when you thunk on it. It's just like hanging down there right now, and I'll go down there just. Yeah. Chills.
I can't wait to have that one done. I'm gonna get my hands on that one because I didn't get a chance to play the first
The first
production,
gen. Yeah.
which was exciting and kind of a bummer at the same time. It was exciting for you because you sold it so quickly, but kind of a bummer because I wanted to try it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
No, I was thinking about the really big exciting thing. We had a little shop fire.
oh no,
Did I tell you about this?
No,
Okay.
I'm hearing this along with you for the first time.
Okay. So we're going to admit our mistakes. So the first guitar, the prototype, I engraved the Endorian Guitar Works logo into it with a cutout tool, and I filled it with epoxy.
Okay.
On the second one, I experimented with manually hand burning logo stuff into the headstock.
Right.
And then I decided that I wanted the burned effect, but I wanted it to be consistent with each one.
Yeah.
So I got one of those brand burners, drill press. This is critical.
The brand
drill
burner, yeah.
press mounted brand burner. If you buy a drill press mounted brand burner, don't think that you're smart enough to not make stupid mistakes. Unplug the drill press. I had worked 8 to 10 hours that day. Also eat. I was doing a lot that day, and I just didn't eat.
That's important.
And I had just branded the headstock, and it was perfect. And then I went to turn off the brand burner so it would cool down over the course of the next 45 minutes. For whatever reason, instead of turning off the burner, I turned on the drill press. So this like 1200 degree piece of heated brass. No.
Oh, it started spinning on.
Ripped the power cord out of the wall. This fucking thing is like, 1200 degrees. Whipping a piece of electrical cord around. It's now whipped around it, but it's wrapped around the shaft, which is not sexual at all, but still, now that's about 800 degrees.
And also very hot.
Also 800 degrees. Very, very hot.
very
It is now one piece of rubber wrapped around an 800 degree metal shaft, off-gassing, just...
Oh, God.
Thankfully, the day before, I had finished installing the ventilation system for the spray room.
Okay.
So like, well, I guess
Open
I
the
get
door.
I guess I get to taste that. So I open the door, flip on the ventilation system. The thing is now clearing smoke, but I still have this active, like it's going to take 40 minutes to cool down. This thing is just still I reach, I go grab my mask, the painter's mask. I throw it on. I get a pair of channel locks. I know, like, don't panic. We tell our kids this. Don't panic. So I grab the channel locks. I grab the drill press key. I'm like, don't drop anything on my feet. Open this thing up. I get this thing. I stick it outside the shop. I set it on a piece of concrete so it can just hang out there. And I have to really just contemplate, what have I done?
Oh, God.
I was able to repair it for $10 of parts at Home Depot.
That's
But
good.
nothing can ever, repair your pride.
No.
But it's back in action.
That's
It's
okay.
back in action.
You won't do that again.
I won't do that again. You should have been there for that.
Oh, man. Was that the day that you told me that I need to take off of work and come hang out with you in the shop?
I don't know.
After our last show?
I don't remember.
I almost took you up on that, too.
That was the day that I wanted to see. I didn't want to race, but I do like to see, like,
You push yourself.
I pushed
right?
myself to see how much I can get done in a day.
Right.
And what I learned was that I could absolutely crank out a body and a neck. No, not a body and a neck. I can crank out a body and a few neck details in a day. But that's probably not what you want to do.
Probably not. It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you miss a few steps.
No, I missed the safety step.
Well, those are important steps.
Anyway,
You don't hurt yourself.
no one's dead.
No one's dead. The house is still here.
The house is still here.
The studio is still
The
available.
studio is still here.
It's okay. We live and we learn.
We do.
Right?
We do. Even still.
So don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Nope. So that was my exciting stuff. What else happened? Anything else happen?
I don't. It's been another 2 weeks. Stuff happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same old, same old. How about you guys? Anything happened with you the last couple of weeks? Anything guitar related or music related you want to share?
Everyone came for Rented Mule.
I think so, unfortunately. Again, we are going to have them back on the show. We had technical difficulties.
Once they apologize. No, I'm
Oh.
kidding.
They were actually very, very
They're
cool.
they're such great guys, and if you haven't, they're on Spotify, but of course streaming. Like, you can buy their CD too, buy their merch, but go check out Rented Mule. Their tracks are awesome. They're a really cool sounding band.
Yeah.
They've got a really aggressive sound with really, really smooth melodic vocals.
Yeah,
Which that
very
combination
interesting.
is fantastic.
Very interesting mix of styles.
Yeah.
Really.
So yeah, we're gonna figure out what didn't work today. I think it was just November 1st vibes.
Yeah.
And
By the
yeah.
way, if you are a follower of Endorian Guitar Works on the social medias, you will have seen the Pink Floyd that was from
Oh yeah,
the guitar
that one.
player from Rented Mule.
This is a Pink Floyd.
We saw it today on the Zoom video, but couldn't quite get everything to work. Scott says that Matt's helping with his Kramer, and he attempted soldering an old pickup with unknown wires. Was that the the guitar build workshop that you were showing? Was with Scott?
It was interesting. So Scott's a really awesome dude, really good customer. Actually, one of my first customers, and is also just very interested in how this stuff works. So he called me up the other day and it's like, "Hey, I need some help fixing this, but can I also take a look?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on over." So we dug around. He's got this. What we found out, it was a DiMarzio Super Distortion, one of the vintage ones. So it's actually just a 2-wire pickup, but someone had gone in and actually done a manual tap, which you can do, but none of the wires were marked. And so Scott got the pickup and was putting it in and did the best he could do. But it was, I actually spent some time trying to figure out. Yeah.
Todd Lukey, our good friend, if you've watched our show, he was on one of our longest episodes, telling us great stories. Says that he saw Rented Mule on last Saturday. It was fun. They dressed up as Street Fighter characters and played the Bad Touch Bloodhound Gang. Nice.
So Scott had hooked up the humbucker in such a way. Honestly, he followed the wiring code that is pretty much standard with now.
Right.
But the wires had been like soldered in place by somebody who had tweaked the pickup.
Yeah.
So effectively what he had wired up was 2 out of phase single coil pickups running in parallel.
Oh,
so there was like no output. Like you could tell like the pickup was live.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it kind of sounded like playing telephone, like the tin can telephone.
Kind of like what it sounded like on the Zoom call earlier with Rented Mule.
So we sat down, we pulled out the humbucker, we took a look at it, we marveled at like, amazing, this still works. Because the leads were probably about a 1/4 inch long, and we had to like get in those and like peel it back just a bit so we could actually tap those wires. And so we did some electrical testing on it, and we actually ran it through the pickup tester that I built. There's an Instagram video out there. I had a day and I was like, I need a pickup tester, so I built a pickup tester.
And that was on the workshop video.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. So what that does is it allows you to hook up a pickup, and if it's a humbucker with a split or a tap in it, you have that, and there's a switch on it, so you can activate both coils or activate one coil. And so we tap tested the pickup, and it worked, and we checked everything, checked continuity, and wired it up so it's a proper Super Distortion, and threw it back in his Kramer. Yeah, man, education's part of the game. Like, I posted about it, and I talked about like why, and it's like none of this information is like secret. Like you can help people. Like, so I've had people come up to me and say, like, we talked about this in other episodes, like why, if you want to make money repairing guitars, why are you teaching people how to repair your guitars? Well, because it's not some secret. Like, they can either learn on YouTube, or you can work with these people and take them under your wing and help them so that they can also become teachers. So like, why would you not? Why would you not help?
At least so somebody knows how their equipment
works. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to establish trust with somebody and maybe like a good relationship. Oh God, that's fucking terrible. No, like, be a good teacher, be a good mentor. That is way more important than any dollar that you're going to make like fixing a guitar.
Well, that's part of building this community too. So, yes, Todd, thank you. We also are on the lookout for the reschedule of Rented Mule, which should be within the month. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we appreciate that the mule is your fuel.
The mule is my fuel.
Thank you for checking us out again, brother.
No, again, those guys super gracious, super. You just can't avoid tech issues. They happen.
It happens. It
Uh,
happens.
past 2 years of my life, tech issues.
Right?
Yeah.
If
I
it's
think
not
that
one
might
thing, it's
actually be why I'm so worked up about it, because I was not because I was upset about it, but because like I was having like PTSD. I was having
It's the PTSD
flashbacks to
flashbacks.
like spending 2 years like working for this government agency, like while I was being paid to consult with people to help them solve their business problems. And my biggest problem was that in an hour-long meeting, my meetings would crash. Like I would have like between 12 and 15 crashes in an hour
while in your closet.
while in my closet. And people going like, you should just take a walk. I'm like, oh my God, right. I'll take a walk. So yeah, no,
Out here
I
on
just-
Endor.
out here on Endor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is.
it is.
Just do the best you can.
We do.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you want to wrap it up for this evening? And since we are guestless and
we're guestless in Olympia.
we are not sleepless in Seattle, but guestless in Olympia. We've done a few of these shows now where we've kind of just bullshit our way through. Kind of feeling like we've put enough out there tonight. I don't know how you're feeling. I think it's good.
Kind
I-
of want some Halloween candy.
Well, you've got some
I do.
right there.
I do.
Felt like we needed to come on and at least let those people that may be waiting to see our show, the few fans that we may or may not have, know that what's going on, and so I think we've done that. If there's anything else, always leave comments. While we're running live, we do try to get to our live chat.
I thought that was an iPod. It's a
No, it's a gasoline
it's an old
pump.
gasoline pump. These people don't know what we're talking about.
Mule is my fuel, man.
Mule is my fuel. Mule fuel.
And if you haven't checked out Rented Mule, do it.
Who said that?
I'm
Say it
reiterating
again.
it because
Say it again.
it's an important part of the show.
It's true.
And they will again be on within the month. We have who's our next show with again?
Tony Delicio in Seattle. I'll reconfirm with him because God knows tech issues.
Right. So
But we'll throw out some marketing, some promo vibes out on the interwebs.
yes.
Interwebs.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I appreciate the applause.
I'd say we are applauding.
Yep. Always fun to listen to you.
Fub.
It's okay.
They're right next to each other.
I know.
It's true.
I know. Thank you, Scott. We also appreciate you.
Yes.
Scott's been on many of our shows, so it's nice to have the
He's a good dude.
returning viewers.
Returning viewers.
So anyway,
Next week on USA,
no,
silk stockings followed by MacGyver.
on USA up all night.
Right.
No,
No.
what was that like? Circa 1988.
This week on Quantum Leap,
That's back.
Sam
Dude,
teleports.
that's back on now.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're rebooting it.
Wow.
It's on NBC.
Rebooting Quantum Leap,
Yep.
which makes you wonder, like, is it really being rebooted?
On that note, I think we should probably sign off.
Sam wonders if he's become pregnant by an ex-baseball star turned sheriff.
This has nothing to do with guitars anymore. This is devolved.
What was that thing that they're always hitting?
It was
dinky,
Quiggy, or something like
the cigar and the right, and it looked like someone had that
Squiggy.
had the thing of Legos, like the clearly translucent Legos.
Yeah.
Broken Game Boy. Does anyone know what we're talking about?
Quantum Leap, man. Oh boy. He did that like every episode. He'd jump into a new body.
Izzy, Iggy,
Oh, boy.
Squiggy,
Squiggy. Something like that. Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Ziggy. God. That took way
Ziggy.
too long
Yeah.
to figure that out. But that show hasn't been on since like 92. And now it's rebooted with a whole new flavor.
I'm going to quantum leap myself right back into bed. And
I think it's a good idea.
all right. Have a good night. Fret less. Rock
Rock more.
more.
Thanks for watching.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that was it.
Okay.